question for you, Cenk, is like, how hopeful are you that we could end up with someone other than Joe Biden as nominee? Like, do you think, because you say, because you say, listen, Gavin Newsom's not going to run against him. That goes for every one of the corporate Democrats. I mean, Gavin Newsom is the one making the most, like doing the most right now, and it's very clear he's not going to jump in this race against Joe. So do you think there's a chance?
Crystal, we are definitely in a unsolvable riddle.
Yeah.
Because the corporate Democrats say, I will not disobey. I will always bow my head, right? And the progressives say, well, I can't run. The mainstream media will destroy me. They'll destroy my life. They'll destroy my career, et cetera, right?
Right.
So how do we get past that? That's why I'm desperate enough to think maybe I should do it. And I'll tell you why. Because let's say that somebody like me gets in the race.
Yeah.
The Democratic voters are dying for an alternative. They keep saying in every poll, for God's sake, give us someone else. Give us someone else. If someone like me were to get to 20 points, do you have any idea how quick Newsom and Whitmer would enter the race?
So are you serious? You're seriously considering it? Like,
yeah, I'm considering it.
Okay.
And I'll tell you
why hasn't it happened? RFK Jr. is at 20%. You know, Marianne's at like 10%, something like that.
No, but RFK Jr., first of all, he's not at 20 anymore. He peaked at 20 for a brief moment until Democrats found out he's not a Democrat. Okay. Then he went. Then he dove down. And Marianne got butchered by mainstream media. They made up things about crystals, et cetera. So I love Marianne. You know, if she could somehow break through media, great, wonderful, et cetera. But it's taken a while and she hasn't broken through yet. So we need someone to be super aggressive. And if they, let me ask you this way. If you get, again, anyone, it doesn't have to be progressive, gets to 20 or 25, an outsider, right? This whole town panics and Newsom and Whitmer go in immediately.
I do think there's a possibility of that.
I don't know, because it already happened with RFK, and they just ignored him, and they went after him. And
that was before when they were convinced that Biden was going to win, and RFK, everybody knew was a flash in the pan because he's not really a Democrat.
Maybe.
But so, Cenk, tell me more about your thinking.
Yeah.
Timeline, what are you weighing? How serious are you?
Yeah.
Give us the details.
So I already thought about it before, and I rejected it because I know what they're going to do. You know, you're an outsider, radical. They're going to dredge up things from 1987 and when you were a junior in junior high school.
They already did that to you.
I think they did that to you.
Yeah,
that's right.
Of course. And look, if we're being honest, the number one problem is mainstream media.
Sure.
Mainstream media is the shock troops of corporate politicians, both corporate Democrats and corporate Republicans. Their job is to eviscerate any outsider. So that's why do you think progressives aren't running? I've talked to at least half a dozen progressives and tried to convince them to go in the race. And they're like, I don't want my life ruined. Who's going to ruin their life? Joe Biden? He's in a bunker somewhere. No. It's going to be ABC and NBC and CBS and CNN, MSNBC, New York Times, Washington Post. They're going to go to any outsider and shred him to pieces.
Sure.
And I'm now so desperate for making sure that we win that I think I'm already destroyed, right? Like they've already attacked me 10,000 times, right? So come at me, bro. So Crystal, it's crazy for me to consider it, right?
Yeah.
But that's the times we're in. If literally no one else will do it. It's insane. So I don't want to go quietly into that good night. And right now, we are 100% on a track to go quietly into that good night.
So what's the timeline, as Crystal said?
So
when are you going to decide?
No, if I'm going to do it, if anybody's going to do it, they got to go now.
Well, announce it.
Have you thought about staff? Have you thought about a plan? Have you reached out? I mean, we know, you know, donor networks, all those sorts of things. Have you started taking real steps?
So if you're going to run a campaign this late, you can't go traditional, right? You can't be like, oh, I'm going to collect endorsements from politicians. Oh, and I'm going to build up my base tiny bit. No, you got to go and hope for a grassroots tsunami. The good news is when I ran for Congress, I mean, it was a tiny little race. We raised like 1.3 million in 3 months. I mean, if anybody can raise money, it's me from the grassroots, right? And I'm a successful businessman, if I might say so myself. I have some credibility in running things, managing things, et cetera. So have I reached out to staff? I have, okay? Now, the problem is everybody thinks, well, how the hell are we going to beat these guys, right? So if I go in, it's going to be threadbare staff, threadbare website, and we're going to see, is there momentum? Because if there isn't momentum and people go, no, Biden, even if he's in the 20s, I don't care. I don't mind losing. I don't mind losing. You're being impolite, which is totally possible, right? So if that's
I think there's a decent contingent though. I think that.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then at least I left it all on the battlefield or whoever does it, for God's sake, don't make me do it. Like, have someone else run, right? But I can't get anyone to do it. And so I want to leave it all on the battlefield. And I don't want to say, well, like everyone else, I wanted to be polite. So we lost democracy because we thought it would hurt Mussolini's opponent's feelings, right? Does anybody remember Mussolini's opponent?
I don't actually.
Of course, no one does.
Yeah.
No one does.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, because Mussolini ran him over, and he probably sat on a couch just like Joe Biden is right now. You guys, and I know how mad Democrats get, and I know how mad media gets when you point out an iceberg. But we did it before. We pointed out the Hillary Clinton iceberg, and then they said, you made the iceberg appear. No, you knuckleheads, it's right there. The country, the voters despise the establishment. And they're like, so let's pick the most establishment candidates we can, Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden. Guys, he barely won last time. There's no way he's gonna win now, let alone if Cornel West is in the race and Larry Hogan's in the race and these guys are in the race. Then there's no chance at all. So no, I'm not going quietly into that good night. So somebody better announce before I do.
All right.
Wow.
Well,
all right. Well, I never thought to ask you in your appearance if you were considering running for president. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you made the news.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, definitely check out the book. I think you will not be disappointed. It's very interesting, very thought-provoking, as are you always, Cenk. It's great to see you. And I said this to you privately, but I want to say it to the audience too. You were there from the beginning, helping us build at Rising, and we are always grateful to you for helping to build up. You're a true believer in terms of independent media, and that really shows. So thank you, Cenk.
I've never forgotten it, sir. So thank you very much.
I really appreciate you saying that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
We'll see you guys later.